I can't believe that the family of my son's fiancé lives in such a rundown house like this. How in the world could anyone live in such a dilapidated place at all? I really want to see the faces of these parents who are clearly beggars. Because I need myself a really good laugh to get over this shock.
Oh? Are you really going to say that? I think this house is actually quite normal. At least for the people who live around this area.
If this looks normal to you, then I suppose you must be incredibly fortunate. I can't even remember the last time I saw a one-story house. I mean, it's such an outdated concept. How are you okay with this?
Well, it's not that uncommon. There are plenty of people who love one-story houses. They're not all that rare, and we also happen to be fond of them in our family. My grandparents have a one-story house, and so does my aunt and uncle.
You know, human beings tend to want to divide their space vertically. It's just natural. People like having levels, right?
Hold on, what are you talking about? The subject you brought up is so exaggerated. What are you even trying to say here? I don't quite get it. Let's just drop the jokes, all right? Come inside already. I've made some tea for you, and it's all ready to serve.
I'm not joking at all. I don't even want to step foot in this rundown place. And come on, I have a feeling this house's tea is going to be some kind of weird purple color or something.
That's just impossible. It's not going to happen.
Oh, I've got a brilliant idea now. What if we invite a few comedians over and use this place as the setting for a haunted house challenge on a TV show? It could be a ghost-themed show. Wouldn't that be exciting?
Please don't go around calling my family's home a ruin.
Well, what can I say? I had this great idea just now. You know, I'm the president of a talent agency, and my husband is a major producer at a television station. So, it's my job to come up with these kinds of ideas and run the agency. Honestly, it's part of what I do, you know, coming up with creative concepts for TV shows.
Yes, I've heard that so many times already. I actually saw your husband on TV just the other day.
Well, of course. He's a big-time producer, after all. Not only is he behind the scenes making things happen, but he's also incredibly skilled at being on screen. He's multi-talented, you know. By the way, I'm planning to have Carl enter the entertainment industry, so you really shouldn't bring him into this shoddy house. His status would drop if you did.
But Carl told me that he's not interested in the entertainment industry.
There's no way he's not interested. Of course he wants to become a big star. He's just being shy about it, that's all. He's just playing it cool.
No, Carl has other important dreams that he's working toward.
There's no dream more important than becoming a famous celebrity. You'd be thrilled if your husband were a well-known celebrity, right? You'd feel so proud.
For me, I really just like Carl for who he is. It doesn't matter what career path he chooses. No matter what he does, Carl is Carl, and that's all that matters to me.
Oh, you're hopeless. Honestly, you sound so new to all this.
I don't think I said anything particularly new or inexperienced. I think I'm being perfectly reasonable here.
Oh, wait, I've got another idea. Why don't you play the role of a ghost for this haunted house challenge? With your long hair and pale complexion, you'd be perfect. I'm going to propose this idea to my husband, and it'll be a hit.
Huh? No way, I'm not doing that. Forget it.
Well then, let's at least take some creepy pictures inside this house. We could make you look all ghostly, paint your skin pale white, and dress you in a white gown like some eerie spirit.
What is going on here?
Oh my, surprisingly, it actually suits you. I have to admit, you really do have that kind of mysterious, eerie look about you. It's almost like you're naturally made for this kind of thing. You definitely look like you belong in a spooky setting, don't you think?
Hold on a second. You, of all people, are saying something like that? Mom, you can't be serious. I thought you would have some restraint in this situation, especially with everything that's been going on.
Oh, it's just a joke. Come on. I'm not making fun of you. Honestly, though, the photo does look surprisingly good. You've got that look down, I'll give you that much.
Anyway, enough of that. Where have you gone off to now? I've been dragged into all this mess, and now I'm here with Patricia, and I'm stuck wondering where you are while all of this is happening.
I went out for groceries, of course. I had a feeling you might have to be alone with Patricia for a while, though. Looks like you're getting a proper taste of her approach to things now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just as bad as I imagined. It's not even funny. Carl and Dad are apparently coming here, so that at least gives me a little peace, but for now it's just Patricia and me, and she's treating me like a stuffed animal. It's like I have no control over anything, and she's doing whatever she wants.
Once I'm back from getting groceries, just leave it all to me. I'll make sure she'll never be able to step foot outside again without thinking twice. No more freedom for her once I'm done with her.
Wait a minute, just hold on. You're not seriously thinking about buying barbed wire or something to tie her up, are you? I mean, come on, that's a bit extreme, isn't it?
Of course I wouldn't do something that drastic, though now that you mention it, it could be an interesting idea. Your imagination is really starting to take off, huh? I'll have to think about it. You've given me some new ideas. Actually, where on earth would I even find barbed wire? Maybe I could just grab some from around here. Who knows? It might come in handy.
No, don't take that seriously. Don't go around trying to find barbed wire and bring it back. Honestly, don't get me involved in anything that ridiculous. This is just too much.
But think about it. Are you really okay with just sitting back and letting her walk all over you like this?
I'll manage. I've learned to just endure it for now. Carl already said he wants to cut ties with his parents. We don't need this kind of drama anymore, especially not with how they've been treating us.
Honestly, I get that you want to handle it your way, but you can't just keep letting them get away with all of this. You have to take action when the opportunity is right and strike hard when it counts. If you don't weed out the problems now, they'll keep growing and growing until you can't handle them anymore. That's just how things work.
Well, that's one way to put it, and it sounds a bit terrifying, honestly. Are we really going to take things to that extreme?
It's not about being extreme. It's about taking control. You've just got to wait it out a little bit longer. After that, everything will be different. And by the way, leave your ghost makeup on, all right? I want to see it in person. You've done such a good job with it.
You're just enjoying this whole thing, aren't you? You're getting a kick out of watching me get caught up in all this ridiculousness, I can tell.
It's starting to get really depressing being stuck in this rundown house for this show's planning. I can't even begin to explain how much I'm over it already. Every corner of this place feels like it's falling apart. The smell of old wood and dust is seriously getting to me. How much longer do we even have to be in here?
Well, if you'd like, you could always just head back now. I wouldn't mind if you just left. I'm really not sure how much longer I can stand being in this place. It's just so uncomfortable, and it's hard to think straight with all the chaos around me. Plus, being stuck in a house like this for the sake of a project is really starting to get under my skin.
No way! We need to finish what we came here to do. After a quick smoke break, we'll snap a few pictures and put everything into the proposal. There's still work to be done, even if this place is a dump. Let me at least have a cigarette in peace. I need to relax for a minute before I can even think about taking another step. This whole thing has me frazzled.
I don't know. I wouldn't say it's that bad of a house. Sure, it's not a 5-star hotel or anything, but come on, it's not like we're in a house that's about to collapse. Maybe it's a little run down, but it still serves its purpose, right? It's not like we're filming in some totally destroyed, uninhabitable wreck.
Well, I'm dying to see your parents' faces. I've seen your mother's stupid face before, but I've never met your father. I'm kind of curious to see what kind of people would live in such a rundown place. It'll be interesting, won't it? There's no way they could possibly be anything like you. I just want to understand what kind of people would raise someone like you to think it's okay to live like this. It's kind of fascinating in a weird way.
Really now? Are you serious right now? You're going to make judgments like that based on the house? It's just a house. It's not like it defines who we are or how we live our lives. You can't judge people by their surroundings. That's ridiculous.
Oh, I see. So you're the owner of this shabby house. So you're the one causing all the trouble? This must be your mess. You're really making it hard for me to concentrate with all your nonsense. Oh, it's you. Wait, what's going on here? Why on earth are you so late? You said you'd be delayed, but you're really pushing it now, aren't you? What's taking you so long to get back? We're already behind schedule, and you're making it worse. I apologize for the delay. There was a lot more to handle than I expected. You know how it is. Sometimes things come up, and you just have to take care of them before anything else. You can't always predict what's going to happen. Excuse me, but making me wait around like this is completely unacceptable. I'm the CEO of an entertainment agency, and I'm also working with TV networks on their projects. My schedule is packed with work, and yet I took the time to come here for you. So don't make me wait for nothing. You don't seem to understand how busy I really am. This is incredibly inconvenient for me. Well, you were the one who said you wanted to come. You're the one who reached out to me, asking to be involved. I'm the one who made time in my busy day to get here. If I'm being honest, I don't even know why you're so upset. You asked for this, and now you're complaining about it? What? You think it's weird that I'm checking out the family home of my son's fiancé? I don't want to be here in this dump either, you know, but it's part of the job, and I have to be here. It's not like I wanted to come to this place. I could be doing a million other things right now. Wow, you're really acting all high and mighty, aren't you? So is this how entertainment professionals really think of themselves? Like they're better than everyone else? It's a little much, don't you think? You act like you're above everyone else just because of your job, but in reality, it's just a job like any other. I don't think of myself as better at all. But I can tell you're the one who's envious. You just can't help it, can you? So sad, really. You're jealous of my glamorous work, but that's only because your job probably doesn't get as much attention. Pathetic. I didn't ask for this kind of success, but I'll take it. People are always jealous of what they can't have, and clearly, that's you. I'm not jealous. I'm really not. Anyway, I heard you want to shoot a TV show at our place, right? What's the deal with that? I mean, it's one thing to be here under these circumstances, but filming a show in a house like this? Is that really the best choice? Yes, that's exactly what I want. I'm thinking of using this place as the setting for a haunted house theme. It's an old, decrepit building where a gruesome crime once took place. I'll get some of the younger comedians to try out a haunted house challenge. It's the perfect idea for summer programming, right? A spooky, creepy location like this one could make for a really memorable TV show. I'm sure viewers will love it. So, you plan on broadcasting this on TV? Of course! It'll definitely be airing on national television. You know my husband, don't you? The big-time producer. Surely you've heard of him. I don't think it'll take much convincing for him to get on board with this idea. Yes, I know. He's an incredibly well-known producer. But wait, you're saying the idea will be approved right away once you give it to him? Just like that? It sounds too easy, but if it works, I won't complain. That's exactly right. All I have to do is give him the proposal, and it's basically done. I'm the idea person behind all of this, so it's my job to come up with the concept. Once I pitch it to him, we're in business. Ah, I see now. So what are we waiting for? Shouldn't we get started on filming immediately? Huh? Wait, what? What do you mean, huh? We're here now, so let's get to work. After all, you're the one who's so busy, right? The sooner we start, the better. Are you really okay with this? You're ready to dive right in? Of course I am. This house being on TV, that's a huge deal. Once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me. What could possibly be better than that? Ha! Typical country bumpkin. So naive. All right then, let's make the most of it. We'll shoot whatever we can for now. You know, these days, you can film an entire show on a smartphone. Sounds good to me. I'll give it everything I've got to make this show a success. Oh, whatever. Just don't mess it up. Make sure it turns out well, if you can. Huh? Wait, what's going on here? Why is Randy here? Oh, do you know Randy? No, it's not about knowing him. He's a legendary producer known as Mr. Ratings in the industry. Why on earth would he come to this run-down house in the countryside? Randy is my husband. What? So he's that famous in the industry, huh? As expected of my husband. Well, now that he's here, it looks like the filming is finally about to begin. Yeah, well. Come on, let's get to filming the show where we turn our house into a haunted ruin and make the young comedians do a scare challenge. We need to get moving on this. Could I have a moment to take this proposal back and think it over? It's just a little rude to everyone else here. You've already been endlessly rude so far. Stopping now won't do anything to repair the trust that's already been lost. I mean, does Randy know about all of this? Oh, of course he does. I've been sending him every interaction we've had. He's in the loop. What? You've sent him everything? Well, as an industry professional, I thought it was important for him to know about the proposal. I'm just an amateur, so I don't fully understand how all this works. Wait, everything we've talked about, you've shared it all with him? Yes, I've sent everything. And now the train has already left the station. So let's just get this show on the road and start filming. It's time to do this. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. I've really messed up here. What are you apologizing for? Let's just make the show. We need to get to work already. No, but I just need to take a moment to reconsider. That's too bad. Because my husband is already working on the production for the show. What? The production? What do you mean by that? Well, not only is he offering our house as a filming location, but he also wants to contribute in other ways. He's even preparing a documentary-style segment about how this show came to be. Hold on, what's all this about? It's about using the footage of our conversations and even the footage of you putting makeup on Caitlin, forcing her into a ghost look. Apparently, Randy's turning it all into a documentary. Wait, hold on, that's a problem. And wait, footage of me applying makeup on Caitlin? Oh, you see, we have a cat, and we've set up a pet camera. It caught everything perfectly on camera. A pet camera? No, but wait, you didn't capture the audio, right? Well, I wanted to hear the cat's voice too, so yes, of course, the sound is recorded as well. Wait, what? So Randy has already seen that footage? Of course, he's already started editing it. That's why he's locked himself in the study right now. Oh no, what do we do? Is there any way to stop this from going forward? Stop it? What do you mean by stop it? Can you tell Randy to stop making the documentary? To just cancel the whole thing? Well, he's already started working on it, so there's no way to stop it now. What the heck? No, this is crazy. I didn't even know Randy was that Randy. Whether you knew it or not, it doesn't change the fact that this house looks like a dump, right? Either way, this was always going to happen. Look, I'm sorry. I'm really regretting this. You don't need to apologize. Honestly, I'm grateful. You've helped to get Caitlin and this house a chance to make it onto the mainstream TV channels. This is just too much. And you know what the best part is? Now that Randy is involved, we have even more eyes on the project. People are going to see us. I bet they'll want to know more. Imagine what this could mean for us. If the show does well, the house might become a hotspot. People might even want to visit. But that's not what I intended. I didn't ask for this. I never imagined it would go this far. I just wanted something simple, something fun, not some huge TV production. Oh, you should have thought about that before you got involved. Once you put your name on something like this, there's no going back, especially when Randy's involved. He has connections everywhere. But I didn't even know he was going to make it this big. And now there's footage of me making Caitlin look like a ghost. That's not what I signed up for. Hey, Caitlin. Could you please tell them to stop this?
What do you mean? Stop what?
I mean, I want you to tell them to cancel the plan to film the show at this house. Please, I think you're the one who can get through to them the best.
Well, I'm currently rehearsing for my role as a ghost, and I'm also helping Dad with the documentary production for this show, so...
Hey, I got it already. I was wrong, okay? I'm even apologizing to your mother. How long are you going to keep acting like you don't understand?
Wait, are you seriously getting angry at me now?
Yeah, because I know what's going on. You're pretending, but I know you're doing this as some sort of revenge against me. Stop being childish. Don't you dare try to act like this. Carl should be arriving soon, and I'll have him talk to you about this too.
Wait, Carl's already decided to cut ties with you.
What?
He's been telling me for a while now that he wants to do that. He's already been informed of everything that happened today, and once he arrives, he plans to speak to you about it.
Wait, I don't understand. Why would Carl cut ties with me? Shouldn't it be with you instead?
No, Carl's upset that his future is being decided for him. You've been using your influence to push him into being a model for magazines, forcing him to appear in films and dramas. Honestly, I think that you've gone way too far with that.
Carl would never say such a thing. Of course, everyone wants to become a star, right?
Not everyone, actually.
When I was Carl's age, I wanted to be one too.
That's only because you originally wanted to be a talent. Carl doesn't want that. It's not right to force your dreams onto your son.
What do you know about him? I understand Carl better than anyone. I'm his mother. Don't you dare speak about him like you know what you're talking about.
Then do you know what Carl's dream is?
Huh? What do you mean? It's obviously to become a star, right? He's my son, so of course that's what he wants.
No, that's not it. Carl wants to be a writer.
What?
Did you even know that Carl loves reading novels? While working a regular office job, he's been writing novels, submitting them for competitions, and recently he even won a new author award. Did you know about that?
Wait, is that really Carl?
Yes, that's Carl. He tried to tell you about it, but you didn't listen at all. Instead, as always, you pushed him into modeling jobs.
But Carl being a writer, that's...
He is very good looking, and you may think it's a waste to have him as anything other than a star, but more than looks, shouldn't you respect his will and choices? Carl is going to be here soon. You should talk to him directly about this.
But I just can't believe this.
I know it's hard to accept, but this is what he wants to do with his life. He doesn't want to be pushed into a mold of what you think he should be. Carl is his own person, and it's time for you to acknowledge that.
But I'm his mother. I've supported him all these years. I've been the one guiding him.
It's not about guidance. It's about understanding what he wants and respecting that. He's not a puppet to be molded according to your wishes. He's not just some prop to fulfill your dreams through him. Carl deserves a chance to chase his own dreams.
But I've been helping him so much. All this time, I've been the one making sure he had the right opportunities.
And you've been pushing him into roles he didn't want. That's not helping him. Helping means giving him the space to discover his own path, not deciding it for him. Carl doesn't need to be another model, another actor. He needs to be able to follow his own passions.
I can't just let him go like that. I can't let him make a decision like this.
You need to. You've done your part in raising him, but now it's time to let him make his own choices. You have to let go and trust him.
Trust him? But what if he makes a mistake? What if this doesn't work out?
That's his decision to make, not yours. He's not a child anymore. And besides, he's already making progress. He won a writing award. That's a pretty big deal.
But I don't understand. He was always so good looking, always someone who could have been a star.
Good looks don't define someone's worth. Carl is so much more than that. He's a writer, a creator. That's who he really is.
But I don't know if I can just step back and accept that.
You don't have to accept everything immediately, but you do have to respect it. Carl is telling you who he is, and it's time to listen.
Patricia, the documentary footage is all finished. It's done and ready. Now let's go ahead and publish it on YouTube immediately. The main program will follow right after that. We're just about to get everything in motion. Wait, no, hold on. I completely forgot about that. I'm in the middle of a serious discussion with Carl right now. Oh, I understand. You must be busy. Well, I'll handle this side of things. I'll go ahead and publish it on YouTube, and I'll also post a preview for the main program, to get the buzz going. No, don't publish it. Please, just wait a moment. I'm outside talking to Carl right now, and I really need to focus on that conversation. It's important. But you were the one urging me to hurry before, right? If you didn't want this to happen so quickly, you should have said so. I'm sure you can handle this later. We've got everything set up, so there's no reason not to move ahead right now. No, wait! I'll do whatever needs to be done later. But right now, I really need to focus on Carl and this conversation we're having. It's crucial, and I can't be distracted right now. I get it, of course. You care deeply about your son. I understand why you'd prioritize this conversation with him. But, well, I can't sit here and wait for too long. You know how much I need this to go well. Okay, here it goes. Click! I've uploaded the video. Wait, no, stop! I told you to wait! I'm serious! Don't post it yet! What are you doing? Hey, where's Carl? Where did Carl go? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. it's hard to say. However, there is a possibility that his mother, who finally made an attempt to face herself, was shocked by the fact that she disappeared again so quickly, all for her own convenience. That might have been too much for him.
Huh? What on earth are you talking about? This is all your fault, isn't it? You were the one who caused all this chaos, weren't you?
There have been so many chances for you to confront him. You were just telling Caitlin not too long ago that you understand Carl better than anyone else in the world. Do you remember that? You were boasting about it like it was some kind of accomplishment.
Well, that's...
I can't believe you're trying to blame me now. How could you possibly do that? Besides, I've already done everything I could to help you out. The show was canceled, and I made sure that the documentary footage was never released. I fulfilled my part of the deal with you, didn't I?
But, Carl...
You chose your own convenience and selfish desires over the chance to actually talk to him. Don't you think it's time you took responsibility for your actions and accepted the consequences of that choice? After all, this is what you've brought upon yourself, isn't it?
Ugh, this is the worst. This is just unbearable. I've been completely abandoned by my own son. I'm all alone with no one around. This is just how things are now, isn't it? There's nothing I can do about it.
But you still have your husband, don't you?
Well, we're in the middle of a divorce settlement right now.
What?
I haven't even told Carl about it yet. This whole thing started years ago, and it's been a slow decline. Our relationship has been falling apart for so long now, I just couldn't keep it together anymore. That's why I was trying so hard to come up with an idea for a new show, something that could bring us back together again, you know? I was hoping to create a situation where I could work with him once more, even if it meant setting aside everything else for a moment.
You know, your entertainment agency has come as far as it has because of Carl's support and influence. You couldn't have made it this far without him.
Do you even realize how rude that sounds? Do you? Maybe you don't care, but at least now you know. Fine, whatever. It's true, though. You can't deny that.
Anyway, would you like to come over to my place for some tea? You must need some time to think things through and clear your head, right? There's a lot to sort out, and I'm sure you could use a bit of time to reflect on everything that's been happening lately.
I suppose I should. I do need to get my thoughts in order. Thank you for offering. I appreciate it.
All right then, please come over whenever you're ready. I'll wait for you, and I'll make sure to have some nice purple tea ready for you when you arrive. I'll be here, waiting for you. Lol.
Patricia stopped by our place to take a break before heading back home. Given that she was in the middle of divorce negotiations with her husband, it's understandable that she was feeling incredibly stressed and was probably in a very unstable emotional state, filled with anxiety. It was a tough time for her, and I could sense that she was going through a lot more than just the typical strain of a divorce. The situation seemed to have shaken her up quite a bit, and it was clear that she wasn't in the best place emotionally. Eventually, Patricia did go through with the divorce from her husband, and on top of that, Carl also severed ties with her. Now she's living alone. It must have been a difficult decision for her, but I think it was necessary for her to move on. As for her career, I heard that the talent agency she worked with has transferred her rights to someone else, which left me wondering what's she up to now. No one really knows where she is or what she's doing at this point, which makes it even more difficult to keep track of her. From the little I could gather, Patricia seems to be doing a lot of self-reflection after everything that happened. She appeared to be deeply regretful of her past actions, taking the time to look back and reconsider her choices. I truly believe that she will bounce back, though, and with time, she'll probably find a way to return to the industry. People go through rough patches, but they can always come out the other side stronger, and I hope that's the case for her. As for my mom, she's become a bit obsessed with my ghost makeup. Every time I decline her requests, she shows me more photos and videos, teasing me about how I look. She really enjoys it, and it's starting to get a bit much. On the one hand, I'm grateful for her support because it was thanks to her that Carl and I were able to live a peaceful newlywed life. But on the other hand, I'm starting to get a little annoyed with her constant teasing and would like her to ease up a bit. As for my dad, he's retired now and no longer works as a producer. These days, he spends most of his time at home with my mom, watching TV and constantly complaining. He'll say things like, "If it were me, I'd do this way," and it's become a bit of a running joke. It's kind of funny in a way, but it also makes me wonder how he's spending his retirement.